Well, everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Federer. 12 Final Days, this new sports documentary coming from Amazon Prime, and directors Asif Kapadia and Joe Sabia. And this film indeed focuses on the last 12 days of Roger Federer's career. For those that don't know, he is one of the greatest tennis players of all time. To a little background, I've never consistently watched tennis, but I am the kind of person that if sports are on, I'll watch it. And from whether it's like sitting at a sports clip, or when I used to go to retro fitness and just having sports on, and what sports would be on at 6 o'clock in the morning at the gym, it would be tennis halfway across the world and Australia and stuff like that. Growing up when I was younger, it was Andre Agassi and Pete Sampras, and then it became Nadal, Andy Murray, and Roger Federer. And this film focuses on the emotional journey of this Swiss man who has become one of the greatest tennis players of all time. And it certainly has plenty of emotional moments, and those are the moments that hit the most between him and his wife, him and his parents, him and his children, him posting the announcement of his retirement, and just seeing the emotion on all of his family's faces and his own. Having his final doubles match with Rafael Nadal, and just Roger Federer looks relatively the same. Seeing Nadal with barely any hair on top was something else for me, making me feel a little bit older too. But the big emotional moment of him saying goodbye to all of these competitors who helped define a generation of tennis. And it's that emotion, that weight, that makes this an interesting film. In general, it's a pretty standard follow Roger Federer around, interacting with his family, prepping, doing his workouts, going to press conferences, and all of those elements. The film does accomplish capturing the weight of who Federer is and what he accomplished in tennis, and that is key to making this feel important on the level that this film's supposed to be and the story's supposed to be. If you just had like random, oh, he was a fine baseball player or a fine tennis player or football player retiring in 12 days, okay, sure. But this is one of the all-time greats. And I think the film does a good enough job of capturing that. It is pretty standard affair from a filmmaking standpoint in terms of what it's capturing, how it's telling its story. But it relies on the weight of this event. It relies on the emotion of this event to really engage the audience and really capture who Federer is as a human being. And I think that's interesting is I didn't really know anything about Roger Federer as a human being. I just knew him as an incredible, cool hand tennis star. He was not the highly emotional Djokovic or Nadal. He was a cold as ice, keeping his cool. That's how he was on the court. And just seeing him as a person is interesting and adds layers to the legacy this man has. And in the end, I think this is a really fine documentary. If you're super into tennis, I'm sure this is a must-see. If you love sports in general, I think it's worth checking out. You can appreciate the weight of the moment. And just from a filmmaking standpoint, you feel the emotion. And it's there. And it might make you tear up a little bit. But those are my thoughts on Federer 12 Final Days. Let me know what you think and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.